friends, it's Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. We are back again for another mid-month book bash vlog. Very excited about this once again. This has been, I think, my most successful read-along, readathon, like ever. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so casual and because Doris encourages cheating, which I am all for. But it's been really great. I really look forward to it every month. So today is Friday, the 9th. It's just around, I don't know, 12:30, noon, 1, early afternoon. I was going to run a whole bunch of errands today. I ended up having the day off last minute, and the headache I have been trying to fight off and ignore most of this week has started to make itself very known, let's say. So I managed to go to the library and I managed to go to Half Price Books. There was a long wait to sell, so I just went in and shopped. And yeah, now I'm home. So maybe this weekend, maybe Monday, I will attempt to sell again, but I didn't want to wait an hour before they could see me and whatever. So I thought I would show you guys what I got. Both at the library and at Half Price, because who doesn't want to see new books coming in? Whoa. Sorry. I will say my only goal for this weekend is to finish the series of Unfortunate Events books. I've got the last 4. They are all due today. I cannot renew them anymore, so I've had them for 9 weeks at this point. And I really would just like to finish them. I don't want to keep dragging it out and keep rechecking them out. This is the 2nd or 3rd time I have done that in the last few years. So I'm just making myself read these books. So that's my only goal. Okay. So from Half Price, all my prices are on here. You can see what I paid. So a few years ago, James Patterson released a bunch of books called book shots. They're all like thin things like this. Of course, it's him with another author because he seemingly isn't able to write a book just on his own. But this is part of the romance series that he was doing with. So this is with Jen McLaughlin, A Wedding in Maine. This is the 3rd in a little trilogy like this. It was really hard to find a copy of this, even in the stores when they were being published. I read the first one, thought it was kind of lame, but I still liked it. The second one, same thing. And then I couldn't find this last one for a long time. So I have a copy. I will read and get rid of this immediately, but I really want to stick and read it. So I've got that. And then I got 2 books about wolves. My local Half Price seems to have moved around a lot of their sections in the last, I don't know, 6 months or something. So I don't know where anything is anymore. So I was wandering a lot more than usual. And I ended up in the nature section. Sorry, it is so dark. It's going to rain any minute now. Hi. So I ended up in the nature section and I was looking for nature memoirs. Couldn't find anything that really sounded good to me. But I did check the wolf area, and there were quite a few. So I picked up 2 books about wolves. There is The 9 Mile Wolves by Rick Bass. While my uncle isn't specifically in this, my uncle was a wolf biologist for the Department of Fish and Game, wolf biologist and bison biologist. So this was written in 92 or 93, and it deals with a lot of the stuff my uncle was dealing with. So it's going to be about him in some way, shape, or form, even if he's not specifically in this. So I have this one. This is essentially just an essay. And then this one does mention my uncle quite a bit. This is The Company of Wolves by Peter Steinhardt. This is from the mid-90s, like 95 or 96. And he talks to my uncle. He's in here quite a bit, and I think to Barry Lopez as well. And yeah, so I've got this one. And then the 2 that I really wanted are classics, and I managed to get both of them for fairly inexpensively. The first up is Sister Carrie by Theodore Dreiser. I'm reading this right now on ebook. I believe it's going to expire pretty soon from the library, and I can't recheck it out for a while. And I used to have a copy from 1917 that I think I got rid of. I can't find it anywhere. It's still listed in my library and library thing. I don't know. So I just got this to be on the safe side. And even though it's mass market, it's decent size print. That's a bad page, for example. It's small, but it's easy to read and it opens very nicely. So here we go, Sister Carrie. And then I am currently doing a buddy read with Emily from Novell Novels, Ange at Ange's Book Chatter, and Danny at Spinelli Speaks of East of Eden by Steinbeck. It's my first Steinbeck. The copy I have is from the library. The spine is all broken and jacked up. So I wanted just to get my own copy finally. So this is from an ABC motion picture for television. I didn't know this existed, this copy. I mean, that came out. This is published in 1979, this edition. So it must have been like mid to late 70s. They must have done a TV version. We are working towards chapter 11 for the check-in this weekend. So glad to have a copy of this. And same thing, even though it is mass market, it's pretty easy to read. Like, it's a nice size, opens fairly easily. So, and $2.50, like, can't beat it. So that's what I got from Half Price. Now from my receipt, my other receipt, blah. Okay, from the library, I checked out a couple of books of poetry that I have been meaning to check out for a couple of years now. So this is Napandala, an anthology of queer poets of color. This should be very interesting. I don't know anyone who's in here necessarily, but I remember this was on my radar a few years ago when it was published, so checked this out. And then this one also, same thing, wanted to check this out for a while. This is Indivisible, Poems for Social Justice by, oh gosh, I can't read this script. Edited by Gail Bush and Randy Meyer. Very hard to read that writing, but whatever. I have this too. And this is all genders and races in here. It's not just Black or just queer or anything. Like Billy Collins is in here, Wendell Berry's in here, you know, so it's a nice mix. And then I don't do this all the time, but I check Turner Classic Movies, that channel on cable. I still have cable. I check it occasionally, and then whenever I do check, I end up taping like 7 movies. So I've taped the James Dean version of East of Eden, which I will happily watch when I'm done with the book. And then I taped Blithe Spirit from the 1940s, I think. I thought, gosh, who is that by? And it's based on a play by Noel Coward. So I checked out Blithe Spirit by Noel Coward. There's also 2 other plays in here, Hay Fever and Private Lives. So this should be fun and entertaining. And then I have 2 books that have been on my radar for a couple of years. These are all thanks to Cousin at Always Doing. Hi, Cousin. Thank you for these. But it just took me this long to get to them. So the first one, lots of people have been talking about this one recently. This is Disability Visibility, edited by Alice Wong. So these are first-person stories, current first-person stories about living with disabilities. Or different abilities, maybe I should say. And the other one that Cousin recommended a few years ago is The Great Indoors, The Surprising Science of How Buildings Shape Our Behavior, Health, and Happiness by Emily Anthes. I love interiors. I really like household design. I like all the stuff. One of the things I used to like to do when I was a kid is design houses, like sort of like an architect, but I didn't know what an architect was. So I would draw all these different kinds of houses all the time and imagine what it looked like inside. Every time we would stay in a hotel room when we were on vacation as a kid, I would have to like go in the door first and look at everything and look in the closet, check all the doors. Like, I just like to look inside things and see things. And I really like seeing how people style their houses, live in their houses, how things are, how they arrange things, color schemes. It's fascinating to me. So even though I know that this is not necessarily about that, I do have a lifelong interest in interiors. So this should be very, very interesting indeed. So not bad, not terrible. I think I only have like 20 books checked out from the library right now. It has been much worse before. And yeah, I'm going to pick up book number 10 in the series of Unfortunate Events. It's called, let me see here. This is book number 11. Book number 10 is The Slippery Slope. So I'm maybe 30 or 40 pages into that. So I'm going to take a migraine pill, grab this book number 10 and lay down And when I fall asleep, I fall asleep. So I'll check in later. Hello and good morning. It's Saturday. It is 20 to 9. I am in the office. I don't want to be here right now. It's pretty gray. Let me see if I can switch this. Nope, it's not gonna let me do it. So here's the outside. Yeah, that is gray. So yeah, yesterday I managed to finish really the entire book of The Slippery Slope. So without giving everything away, let's see here. Just sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay. So the start of this book finds Sonny, the youngest, in the car with Count Olaf and his henchmen and his evil girlfriend. And Klaus and Violet are in a caravan that has been cut loose from the car, and they're careening down Mortmain Mountain. So throughout the book, they're trying to get together again. Sonny is stuck at the top cooking for all the evil people and trying to figure out what's going on, but she's growing up and she's starting to talk a little bit more, and her nonsensical words are starting to make sense. She can say little sentences and things, but all the evil people don't pay attention and think that she's just a dumb baby still, which is handy because she can eavesdrop and then communicate much better later on. So Violet and Klaus end up falling in with a group of scouts that are terrible, but they meet a friend, and someone that they know is a friend that they hadn't met before. And they together try to go to the VFD headquarters, which is not quite what they expected when they get there. Lots of adventure, lots of Violet being scientific. The Baudelaire kids end up together at the end, but their friend gets washed away in a river. And all the evil people are off to the last safe house for VFD, and they're going to burn it down. So that was my night last night. I slept a whole bunch and then just read that book. So now that I've got a little bit of time before my client gets here, I can eat my breakfast, which is a dried mango bar from Trader Joe's, because I'm an adult and I know how to cook a breakfast. But the next step here is number 11, the Grim Grotto. Something has to do with water, I'm assuming. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Well, it's Saturday night, 9 o'clock, I think. I don't know, later than I would have liked it to be after this check-in. Well, my reading has really taken a dive, mostly because I have been reminded that one of my favorite TV shows, Escape to the Country, is on YouTube. Not officially, I don't think, but I'm watching episodes I have not seen before, and I love the show. So I will be doing Escape to the Country probably for the rest of the night. This is my 3rd episode so far. After I got home from work, I did 5 loads of laundry, 2 for my mom and 3 for work. And I've been watching like a hawk for a delivery. I was waiting for an Amazon delivery today because I bought an iPad. I have a screen protector and a case coming for it, and it was way cheaper to buy there. I mean, I know it's Amazon and they're horrible, I understand, but like if I would have gotten a similar case from the Apple store, it would have been 5 times more. So whatever. Anyways, so I'm waiting for that all day long and nothing. It says by 10 p.m. Like, yeah, it's not gonna be 10 p.m. It's gonna be tomorrow if I'm lucky, probably. So I can stop stalking the front of my house and just enjoy my lame TV show. I did start reading The Grim Grotto, number 11, about a third of the way in, and I did not foresee the kids being in a submarine for some reason, but They very much are. And then also so is Count Olaf, which seems like too fast of a turnaround for him to be in a different submarine. I mean, I know I just finished the other book like a few hours ago, this morning, yesterday, whenever that was, last night. But I don't know. It seems strange. But anyways, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I'll work on this maybe a little bit tonight, unless I fall asleep watching Escape to the Country, which probably will happen, let's be honest. So my plans for Sunday are to finish this, and if I can swing it, finish book number 12. I would say 12 and 13, but I know between that and reading the other stuff that I'm going to want to read, plus doing the hour-long buddy read that I do with Danny every Sunday afternoon, I'm probably going to not get to the last book in the series. But if I can finish this one and I can finish the next one tomorrow, that would be great. I did just talk to my coworker, Jen, and she wants a massage from me on Monday, so I'm going to go into work and do that on Monday. And hopefully, because I won't be just laying around doing nothing all day long, I can get myself like up and at 'em. Hopefully I can finish the series then on Monday. Fingers crossed, because yeah, now they're technically overdue from the library. So all right, I wish me luck with these. And I hope I don't totally, like, I have to wear my glasses now when I watch TV this much, because like I just age, I don't know, whatever. I'm rambling. I'm going to get back to the show because they're at the mystery house right now. I want to see what they're going to do. I don't like this couple terribly much. They seem like a couple of cold fish, but you know, part of the fun of a show like this is judging the people too. So I'm going to get back to this and see what they think. And I will just keep working on reading stuff and check in with you guys on Monday morning. So have a nice Sunday night and Saturday night and Sunday night. I'm all over the place. Okay, good night. Good Monday morning, everybody. It feels like a Monday. It really does. First sip of coffee. So delightful. Good morning. How are you guys doing? I am okay. My Sunday was fairly productive, reading-wise. I managed to finish The Grim Grotto, which is book number 11 in the series, and I enjoyed it. I got really tired of the way Captain Wittershins talked, and I understand, A, these books are not written for someone who is middle-aged, which is me, and B, I get that it's supposed to be like, I, like he says it all the time because that's what a captain says, but wow, was it annoying. Aside from that, though, the usual tense, nail-biting ending to any of these Baudelaire books. Excuse me. So this was enjoyable. Glad to have that done. And then I took a break. I read a little bit of East of Eden. That's my buddy read I'm doing with Emily at Novel Novels, and at Andrew's Book Chatter, and Danny at Spinelli Speaks. So I read some of that, and then never finished what we were supposed to read and catch up with yesterday. So that's my priority for this afternoon, is to finish catching up on our pages. One thing I wasn't sure I was going to do, but we ended up doing, and I'm very thankful, is that Danny and I, for our year-long buddy read of the Pink Carnation series, we finished the 4th book, The Seduction of the Crimson Rose. We were halfway. Normally we would read a quarter at a time, a quarter a week, you know. Both of us were just tired of Mary, the main girl in here, and wanted to just be done with it. So we finished it up yesterday. It was fine. It was fine. Don't skip it. There's a lot of stuff that happens in here that's very important to the rest of the series, and this is like, there's a turning point, really. There's a turning point for the next book and the overall plot line of the series, if what happens in here is to be believed. It could be a red herring. It's happened before. Excuse me, but yeah, so far I don't know what's going to happen in the next book at all. I sort of vaguely remember hearing the male's name, the guy's name, but not the main female character in the past. Excuse me, in the next book, so I'm not sure where she hooks in exactly. But anyways, this book, Mary never really grew on me. She's always extremely calculating and self-centered, and only was thinking about herself ever, which seems repetitious, I understand, but it really felt repetitious throughout the book. Mary is a gold digger, and every time she meets anyone, it's only to see what she can get for herself. And because she's been on the marriage market now for 4 seasons, she's even more calculating, and she can see how she has made some errors in the past, though she won't quite call them that, of like people she has maybe kissed and shouldn't have, and whatever. So she's always down on her sister, who is married, her younger sister who is married, Letty, who was in the previous book. And Letty seems very different this book too. This whole book has a very different tone to it than the other 3 have. Part of that is Lord Vaughan. He's the main male character in the past. And at the end of this book, since this is a later publication, Lauren Willig answers a question from a reader about Lord Vaughan and why he seems so removed from the time, sort of. And it's because he is a little bit older. They never say how old he is. I mean, like 30s for sure, maybe even early 40s. But they don't talk too much about what he looks like. They talk about his dress and about his house and things like that, but not about his actual person. He's got a long nose. We know that. But that's it. There's just these sort of hints that he is from another time. And she does say at the very end in that Q&A that he is from really the previous century, essentially, that all of his sense of dress and sense of propriety was set up in the 1780s and 90s, and that it's hard to shake. So he's got a little bit, he feels different to everybody else. But also, every time he has shown up in every other book, it seems like all the air is sucked out of the room and drawn towards him, whatever he's doing, even if he's in the background. That was just my perception, at least. It always was a shift with Vaughan. And I wasn't sure why. I didn't quite twig exactly why until I got to this book, but that's part of it, because he's not quite of that time, of the current time in the past. So I liked him a lot more than I liked Mary, for sure. I understood his motivations more, and not only because he is older, but because of his past. So, yeah. I'm not doing a very good job describing this. This was fine. You need to read it if you're reading this series, absolutely. But I would not have very high expectations. There's one makeout scene. You know, like it's not, I don't know, 2.5 stars. But at least that's done, and now we can start the 4th book next Sunday. So after I finished that, I had to watch a bunch of TV, and I say had to because my DVR was filling up with stuff. So I did a bunch of that stuff, you know, put it online, whatever. And then I got started on the 12th book in the series. This is the Penultimate Peril. I am just about halfway, just over halfway. So far, so good. I am skim reading at this point. So much stuff is repetitive. Not just with the other character with Captain Wettershins in the previous book, but so much stuff is repetitive. The interesting thing now is that people are popping up in Hotel Denouement, which is where the bulk of this is set, that were in all of the other books. So main characters, side characters, supposed guardians that didn't bite the dust, henchmen, sidekicks, whoever, they're all showing up at the Hotel Denouement. So that's been interesting. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. So for today, let's see, it's 20 to 10. Let me drink some more coffee here because, yeah. Okay, so I am leaving very shortly to go to work. I'm giving my coworker a massage. After that, I might run an errand or two, not too sure. Excuse me. I apologize. There's so many allergens in the air now with spring. It's, yeah. Anyway, maybe some errands afterwards, maybe not. Depends on how I feel, quite frankly. And then I need to come home and finish this guy. Finish the next roughly 100 pages in East of Eden to catch up and then comment and read everyone else's comments from yesterday. I need to do that this afternoon. And if I can swing it, finish the last book in this series, which is just as chunky. It's called The End. I can maybe finish that one. And then I also have a copy of the Beatrice letters, which is like a bonus extra thing. I don't really know what it's about. I just know that it's hooked to the series. So that's sort of the plan. So work, maybe errands, read East of Eden chunk, finish book 12, and then read all of book 13 and the Beatrice letters. This seems overly ambitious, but if I can focus and not get distracted by BookTube, or literally the squirrels outside, I have a chance. So we'll see. Also, they're doing a lot of construction around my house. That major street, I can see traffic right now. They've been doing some pounding all morning long. Of course, they stopped right when I started recording. I was going to have you guys listen, but it was this like rhythmic slamming. The house isn't shaking yet, but if they're going to keep moving up the road, my house will probably be shaking this afternoon, which will make it harder to concentrate, harder to read. I understand road construction needs to happen, and I'm so grateful that they do a decent job around here. I mean, however, with the exception of last year, it was 11 years. So there was 1 year in there that was not full of construction all summer long. One in the last 11 years. And now it's starting all over again. It's just, and I'm a noise person too. Noise stuff really bothers me. Traffic noises irritate me. I've ranted before about the cruising that happens on the street. Like, it just irritates me. And it's hard to concentrate when the entire house shakes. Sorry, it is. Anyway, start of a long season of road construction. So anyways, I'm gonna finish my coffee, going to inhale some kind of breakfast. It may just be a banana, and get to work. So I will check in later. Also, I'm going to show you the socks I'm going to be wearing today. They're from Danny. Please enjoy the ASMR of road construction. Ugh. Welcome to the lobby. Couch. And let's see. Yeah. Time to make the table up. And finish notes. And put that stuff away. Okay, yeah, I got stuff to do. Hi there. It's 7:45 on Monday night, and I forgot to check in this afternoon. Sorry about that. So I worked and picked up lunch, came home, ate, and didn't do anything productive. Just kind of forgot I was supposed to be reading and forgot I was supposed to be like doing things and things. So I caught up on my pages of my East of Eden buddy read with the ladies. So I just finished that a little while ago, talked to my mom, and now I'm going to try, I don't know how I'm going to do this, if I think I actually do this or not, but I'm going to pick up where I left off on Penultimate Peril, still on page 188. I doubt highly that I will finish both this book and this book and this book. Ooh, the Beatrice letters tonight. We'll see. I'm going to give it a shot. I've just got ASMR on in the background, and yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, it's 9:30 and I finished The Penultimate Peril. Really did not see any of this coming. I mean, a couple of parts I thought might happen, but then so much had happened that was so crazy in between the beginning of the book and then, of course, the eventual end that, like, I didn't think it was going to happen. But I have no idea what to expect in the last book. Again, it's 9:30 on Monday. I don't have to work tomorrow. So, if I can stay awake, technically, I will have time to finish the last book. But we'll see. So I'm going to put on pajamas and grab a snack and get started on the end of the series. I don't know. Well, hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, I didn't finish. I could draw it out, but yeah, I just didn't finish. Last night, after I read a little bit more, I just thought, I think I'm done. I was going to try and get myself like psyched up to read the whole last book in the Unfortunate Events series, and I just couldn't be arsed. So, what did I do this weekend? A whole lot of not much. But I did finish the last half of book number 10, The Slippery Slope. I read all of book number 11, The Grim Grotto, and I read all of book number 12, The Penultimate Peril. So that's not bad for a weekend. You know, I'll take it. I also read East of Eden. I'm now on page 140 something. I don't know. This is my super cheesy copy. So read 100 something pages of this, and then Danny and I finished reading The Seduction of the Crimson Rose, last half of that. So yeah, all in all, not a bad reading weekend, quite honestly. I gotta let go the bummer disappointment that I didn't finish everything, but that's fine. I have off the rest of this week. This happens usually every other month or something. All my clients clump together in a couple of weeks, and then I end up having at least one full week off, which is lovely. And I really like it, quite honestly. It gives me a chance to catch up around the house and on cleaning and on all laundry, not just work laundry, because that's the priority always. So I can catch up on that stuff. I can help my mom a little bit more. You know, I feel like I can do things and live my life. So that's the rest of this week for me. I will be reading the last book in the Unfortunate Events series and the Beatrice letters. I'll be doing that probably between today and tomorrow so I can return them. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going through things in my house. I'm trying to be methodical about it. It's not really working. It's like hopscotch methodical, so I keep returning to the same 3 or 4 areas. But now I'm trying out all the makeup that I have, which is not very much. I mean, I've never been a huge makeup person, but somehow it still accumulates. I'm kind of stymied. Anyways, so I tried some, I don't like this today. It's tinted moisturizer with SPF, and it's a redness reducer, which I need redness reducing. I've got rosacea. If I drink caffeine, my face gets all red. So I was thinking, this is great, but it looks kind of okay, I think, here. But in real life, it looks like a makeup mask. So that's going. The mascara I tried today, it just doesn't do anything. Like, you can tell that I am an awake human being, which is what I use mascara for, but it's not really doing anything. So that's going to go, like, you know, just trying stuff. I think today what I might do is work on the dining room, which is sort of the office. It's where my computer is. It's where my planner is, all my planning supplies. And then just random crap, just like everything. It just ends up to be random crap. So I'll be working on the dining room today, just staying home, doing laundry, of course, because the pile downstairs is quite honestly very impressive. So yeah, not a bad weekend and pretty nice weather. You know, I was very thankful to work yesterday on Jennifer, that it was a really nice session for me, and I know for her too. I was really just grateful for that. And yeah, it was pretty good. So I look forward to next month's mid-month book bash. I always look forward to this. That's going to be fun because next month is my birthday month, and I'm kind of doing a free-for-all. I'm trying not to schedule much reading at all. So we will see how that's going then. But anyways, thanks to Doris for starting this, and thanks to everyone for watching. I'm going to cobble this together and get it uploaded today, so it's not too late. And I will see you guys on Friday, if not before. Bye.